Hello everyone, William Oaks here. Today I'm going to give you an intro to probably a 3 to 4 part series that I'm going to do on how not to build a business directory in 2025. A lot of people have been using Bolt to generate these directories, and while they can deliver results, long term these projects are just not going to exist. It's just kind of hype. So what we're going to do is we're going to use Elementor, well, not Elementor specifically, but we're going to use WordPress, and what we're going to do is we're going to select my listing. That's what I'm going to use. But these are two really good themes that anybody can use to build a directory. This one has really good overall booking. It's a theme that I've used in the past. The reason I'm going to use this one is going to give us a little bit more customizable post types. So essentially what I'm going to do is I'm going to build this directory for the HVAC niche. And what we're going to do is I use this tool, Local Scraper, to scrape Google. It's fairly cost effective, but obviously you can use any scraper that you want to scrape Google. And essentially I just put in HVAC contractor, or I just put in HVAC main, and it gave me 120 results. That should be enough to get started. The other place that I'm going to pull information from is something called efficiency main. And all I'm going to use to extract this information right here is something called instant data scraper. And it's just going to give us all that information in a actual CSV file. Now this is going to be more of a local directory. It's not going to be for the country. We're only doing it for the state of Maine. And what we're going to do is essentially we're going to build an actual kind of a map of a specific area. Now I'm using this for the state of Maine, and these prompts might have to be modified a little bit for certain areas. But all I did was essentially clustering everything. If we go to this Wikipedia page real quick, there should be, I think, like 430 or 460 cities and towns throughout the state of Maine. And obviously some of these have like 5 people in a specific place. Well, probably not a keyword that is ever going to rank on Google. So we're just pretty much cutting it down. My overall goal is probably to have anywhere from 100 and 150 towns. So all we're going to do is we're going to go complexity, and we're going to pretty much put this prompt in. And it's just going to give us all the population data by the towns within the state of Maine. And we're pretty much searching from the highest to the lowest. And then this one is going to actually cluster it for us. And I will, probably put all these prompts into the comments below, or I'll add it into like a blog post or something that people can go and visit. So probably what I'll end up doing with this one is I might break this up into 2 clusters. That's a lot of towns. Lewiston looks fine. Bangor will probably get broken up into 2, because I believe Newport and Bangor are roughly 30 or 40 miles apart. Augusta and Waterville, I'm going to break those apart. This is too big of a cluster, and Waterville and Augusta is about 30 miles apart as well. And let's see. Overall, this looks pretty good. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to generate an actual table that we can use. I'm not actually loving how it didn't actually give me all the population, but you know what? I'm actually going to run through this one more time, because the last time I ran these, they gave me a lot better results. All right, I don't really like how it removed the population, so hopefully it adds it back in our final prompt. Or I might have to run this one more time after that. All right, this is a little bit more of what I was looking for. All right, so one thing about the state of Maine is, roughly, I think it's kind of like a curve like this where most of the people live, and then the rest of the state is pretty much, they don't have a big population. All right, so we have all of this information. And I'm probably actually going to put this into a Google Sheet for now. And then we'll upload it into Airtable when I actually get started generating the content. And I probably just need to tell it to give me all of the all right, I'm gonna let that run. All right, so the next thing for this is kind of a monetization plan. And this is another reason why we're not using Bolt. Is we want to be able to have tiered listings. And a lot of people are not really going to be able to use Bolt to build all these backend systems. WordPress has a lot of issues, but one thing that it is pretty decent at is commerce. All right, so obviously we want to have something that is good for lead generation, and that's another reason why we're using WordPress. And one of those themes is they're kind of already optimized for, actually generating leads for people. So let's go into a demo of this My Listings theme real quick. Loads pretty quick. When we click on Explore, we get this nice little map, all of the listings, and we can then filter. All right, so this is how the actual listing looks overall. Gives us other places people would be interested in. Business contact. And overall, I think this will probably rank pretty good. The only thing that I want to figure out is, obviously this right here is going to have a lot more text. So this theme might not actually be perfect for the content that I want to generate. For an example, what I want to do is I want to have, for every listing, the way I plan on building this is we're going to add everybody from the directory. We're going to go to their website and we're going to scrape who they are, what they do, their story kind of, and we'll probably even embed a map specifically for their location. And we essentially want to have something that's similar to this, where it's kind of a little bit about their company, what they do, any offers that they might have, their services, and then we're going to add their benefits, and then we'll add some FAQs and stuff like that. And we'll probably enrich everything from Google reviews. So probably what we'll do is we'll build a little tool using data for SEO to pull in all the reviews for that particular business. We really want to give this directory as much information as we can. That way it is actually a valid resource for Google to actually index and for people to use. All right, so in the next video, I'm going to stop this in a few minutes, but what we're going to do is we're essentially going to start doing a little bit more SEO research. I've already done most of it. Essentially, what we want to figure out is the common services for HVAC companies and the average cost. That will give us an idea of what we can actually start building content around, specifically for more commercial intent. And that's what we want to build the listings around, commercial intent, because if you have an emergency heating issue and you put in emergency heating in your town, well, there's a good chance what's going to happen. Waterville, Maine. All right, so the next thing up is Yelp. Another one for Yelp, and it looks like everybody is for Hools. So there's a lot of leeway we have to actually capture some of these keywords. And hopefully I get this up before anybody else decides to build an HVAC directory for the state. All right, so we're pretty much going to dictate the types of services that we want to target. I've already done that. And all of this is basically, we've done a lot of work with HVAC companies, roofing companies. So I kind of already have some playbooks like this. But this can be adapted for pretty much anything. And these are all the keywords. Obviously, these are not really been updated, I think, for probably 6 months. So this will need to be deleted, and we'll just pull all the latest information. And this is kind of an overview of the content map that we're going to do. Obviously, this is more geared for actual business, but we're still going to build all these service pages. And then for the service area, we're going to use everything that we have from this. And for some reason, it's not actually generating every single town. And I think that's probably because the last time I did it, I had a Perplexity subscription and I didn't renew it this time around. So I probably can just type in continue. And all right, so it's continuing it. And from there, what we're going to do is then use this to decide what we're going to use for categories for the blog posts. And probably what we'll do is we will use an avalanche method to do all of the informational pieces of content for the actual site. And then one thing I probably will do is use the tool we built for Elementor to generate some ebook pages, and we'll kind of generate all the ebooks using a tool that I've been building. And essentially how that works is it'll generate all the emails for you. It will generate the content for the landing page. Right now we're working on 3 different types. One is for e-commerce products. Another one is for ebooks, and one is more for coaching and stuff like that. It's all based around the particular offer, and we are kind of have an agent that is, I think, 6 or 7 steps, and it's kind of using Hamozi's $1 million offer kind of to go from, hey, I offer HVAC services, to an actual offer that's covering an actual homeowner's pain points specifically for the HVAC niche. So that's probably what we're going to do. I'm going to stop this video here. If you guys have any ideas for how we can improve the actual solution, let me know in the comments below kind of what you want. And maybe I'll incorporate someone into the next video. Thank you.